morning, everybody. It's Mindy. I'm assuming I'm in the camera, as I do every time. And I am coming at you with a probably very familiar recipe. And I almost did not include this one, but I left my coffee over there. I might have to walk over and get that. Anyway, like I started to say, I almost didn't include this one because I think everybody in my life knows how to make these or has made them or has had a friend that has made them or a family member. But two things: I need to make some more of these for my own family for later in the week, and then also I thought I would share just a couple of quick tips and tricks in case you have made these before and have found them to be I don't know, they're not that tedious, but sometimes some of these recipes you can make a little simpler, and so I thought I will just share that with you. I am not going to have time to type the recipe into the comments today. I'm just gonna level with you. So I am going to read you the recipe, and then if you, this is gonna sound so simple, but this is something I learned not that long ago, so maybe you don't know this too, but you probably do. If you go to YouTube and you're watching the video, there's, if you press on the video, up in the right-hand corner, there will be 3 vertical dots. And if you press on that, you can slow down or speed up your video. Again, I feel dumb saying that because you probably already know that, but you can slow it down if you ever want to hear me talk slower and write down a recipe. So just a little something to help you out there. All right, so I'm gonna give you the recipe, and then I'm going to assemble it on the video, and then I'm gonna bake it off video because I don't know how to do time-lapse stuff. I need to learn how to do that. I've seen other people do it, and I'm sure it's not hard, but here we are. Okay, so peanut butter blossoms. That is what we're making. These are the classic peanut butter cookie with the Hershey Kiss on top, and I only make these at the holidays. I don't know why. It's not really even a holiday flavor type cookie, peanut butter and chocolate, but anyway, it's a Christmas cookie to us. So peanut butter blossoms. So here we go. I have only modified this recipe very slightly from, I think this is the recipe off the Hershey Kiss bag. Instead of using a 1/2 cup of shortening, I use a 1/2 cup of softened butter. So 1 stick or 1/2 cup of softened butter, 3/4 of a cup of peanut butter. I'm gonna tell you a little tip about that in a minute. 1/3 cup of white sugar, 1/3 cup of brown sugar, 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and then 2 tablespoons of milk, 1.5 cups of flour. I forgot that too, over here. A teaspoon of baking soda and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Hold on, I'm gonna grab my coffee. Okay, it's like I'm gonna remember everything today, so I don't have to step around my kitchen, but it didn't happen. So what you do first is you take your softened butter. I forgot to leave mine out last night, so I put this on a plate, put it in the microwave, 10 seconds, heated it, turned the butter 1/4 of a stick, did that 3 or 4 times. It turned out perfectly. So, stick of butter. Now, I take, let me start over. Peanut butter from the jar. I take normally my cup measure and I spritz it with the Pam spray. I am out of Pam spray, which is on my list of things to get today. So I just took a little canola oil, poured a little bit into this metal measuring cup and spread it around with a paper towel because it makes your peanut butter come out so much better if you have oiled up this cup. Again, this is a full cup measure. You only need 3/4 of a cup of peanut butter. Yes, I kind of guesstimated. You know what? You're smart. You can figure out how to put 3/4 of a cup of peanut butter in. You've made it this far to adulthood. If you're a tablespoon over or under, it is not going to kill the recipe, so don't fret. Or if you want to fret, you could use a 1/4 cup measure and fill it up 3 times, but that's too much work the week of Christmas, I think. So I did that. Then I'm going to take my 1/3 cup measure. I'm going to start with the white flour, 1/3 of a cup in, 1/3 of a cup of the, I have dark brown sugar this time, so I'm just going to get that there, put that in. 1/4 cup of the 1/2 cup of baking soda, 1/2 cup of baking soda, 1/2 cup of vanilla, 1/2 cup of salt, 1/2 cup of flour, 1/2 cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of baking soda, 1/2 cup of vanilla, 1/2 cup of salt, 1/2 cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of baking soda, 1/2 cup of vanilla, 1/2 cup of salt, 1/2 cup of baking soda, 1/2 cup of vanilla, 1/2 cup of salt, 1/2 cup of baking soda, 1/2 cup of vanilla, 1/2 cup of salt, 1/2 cup of baking soda, 1/2 cup of vanilla, 1/2 cup of salt, 1/2 cup of baking soda, 1/2 cup of vanilla, 1/2 cup of salt, 1/2 cup of baking soda, 1/2 cup of vanilla, 1/2 cup of salt, 1/2 cup of baking soda, 1/2 cup of vanilla, 1/2 cup of salt, 1/2 mix this up for like 30 seconds. Great coffee. Okay, so we have those first few things creamed up and ready to go. You will next take your 1 egg, your 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 2 tablespoons of milk. Mix that in. Be careful, it'll get sloshy. All right, then I'm going to pour in my flour, soda, and salt. Kind of poop up a little bit. Extra for the coffee. Okay. Then I'm just gonna take, it's making a mess, my little mixer guy, the whisk thing. By the way, most people would use a paddle attachment for all of these, which I used to have, and then mine, I don't know, I can't remember if it broke or the paint, like the finish kind of started coming off, and it was, I could not find, I'm sure it's out there, but there are a million different sizes of KitchenAids and attachments, and I've ordered the wrong one before, so rather than subject myself to that, I just started using my whisk attachment, which I had, I don't know if you can see this, it's starting to come apart. And so if I mix it on anything other than low, it starts to disassemble itself, which is not great. It's not great anytime, but it's really not great the week that you are making a bunch of Christmas cookies. So I don't know. I might have to resort to the hand mixer at some point here, which I really don't want to do. But all right, so I've got that batter all mixed up. I'm going to pour the granulated sugar again. I'm going to do, I don't know, maybe a half cup into a clean bowl. And then I'm gonna take a tablespoon measure, little trick, run it under hot water, and then it just scoops clean. And I'm gonna roll this and then roll it into my granulated sugar. I'm not going to subject you to all 12 times of that. I'm going to roll out a dozen of these. I'm going to bake at 375. Again, that's my oven. I think this recipe says, actually this recipe does say 375. I'm going to keep it at, excuse me, at 375. I'm going to bake these for 6 minutes, and then I'm going to pull out the pan. I will have these unwrapped. You'll want to have all these unwrapped, unlike the Andes Mint cookies where you can kind of unwrap and place as you go and just let it sit and melt. These are kind of a quick time, you need to have it ready kind of thing. So I'll unwrap these, bake this for 6 minutes, pull this out, stick the kiss on top, and then mine will go back into the oven for 2 to 3 minutes. I've noticed that it helps to secure the Hershey Kiss on top of the cookie once it cools if you bake it most of the way and then stick it back in the oven. Some recipes say you can pull it from the oven and just put the kiss on and then just let it cool, and it does get sort of melty that way, but the kisses tend to fall out of the cookies once you kind of start moving them around, I have found. So that's why I stick them back in the oven with the kiss on them. I think I covered everything. I'm sure if I forgot something, I'll just have to re-mention it on the next video. I've got one more video to do. I have an idea of what I'm going to do, and I think it's probably going to be in 2 days because of the timing of what I want to bake for and then show you so that you'll have time to do it if you want it for Christmas Eve or Christmas morning. So we'll see. It's the best of intentions, but hey, we made it to day 11, so one other thing, this is so dumb, but I'm going to mention it anyway. So my last video, which was, I knew I was going to forget. It's Christmas week. Whatever the last video was, you guys know, you watched it. The picture that I posted is a desert landscape which makes zero sense except when you realize that YouTube posted these horrible thumbnail images for me to choose from for a, I guess you call it the cover photo. I don't even know what they call those. I could not find a decent one of myself. Like, I feel like I held up a bag of, what was I doing? I held up a bag of whatever I was doing. Like, they could have used that one, but no, it was like all me, mid-mouth, wide open, looking off to the side, the whole thing. So I had to quick grab a picture. My husband was at the computer trying to get his work done, and I'm like, stop, I just need to change this real quick. And that was the quickest photo I could find. It had nothing to do with anything, but of all the photos I found, none of them had anything to do with anything I was baking. So that's why you have a desert landscape in the last video. I'm gonna try to make a better one this video, but we'll see. Who knows? Who knows, YouTube? Who knows? Anyway, more of the fine technology you have come to expect here. So I'm gonna go finish these. I'm gonna go do a bunch of other things today too, because it's December 21st and I don't have all my shopping done. I don't have my cards mailed. What else don't I have done? I don't have all my baking done. My house needs to be cleaned. Yeah, all the things. So anyway, I am off. I will see you later. I hope you have a great day. Bye.